What's good, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday, October the 26th. Another NFL football Sunday. Apologies for the start of this. Have had trouble with my other laptop for whatever reason. I think that laptop is ready to go. About to punt it like 75 yards. But anyway, we're here. We're going to do our picks. Didn't get to go live yesterday or Friday night like we usually do, but definitely want to do the football picks like we've been doing before the games start. I've been doing good on my picks. 4 of the last 6 went 2-1 last week, 2-1 the week before. I'm going to text my boy Worm, and a couple other people gave me their picks already. D Free, see if they're going to jump on. I'll put the link in the chat. First things first, man. Shout out to the guy that had the best week. We're always clowning him and giving him a hard time. But Marky Dan, 3-0 last week. Marky Dan had a great week. He had the Eagles, the Colts, and the Bears, and all won comfortably too. So, like, you know, when you take your picks, you don't want to sweat out these games. But pretty much 3 easy games as far as Marky Dan's concerned, and his picks went his way. So shout out to Marky Dan with the undefeated week. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat this morning. I know it's early. I know people at church, you know what I'm saying? I know people, you know, eating breakfast and just getting up, probably partied out Saturday night. Oh man, Mr. Shelton's in the building telling me to hurry my you know what? I'm not even gonna read it. But shout out to Mr. Shelton. Shout out to Combos with Cam, Camilla Fields. Thanks for coming through. Says good morning. Can't chat driving. All right, be safe out there, and peace and blessings to you as well. Shout out to man B3 Picks. Shout out to you. You didn't send me your picks. If you want to come on later, let me know. I'll drop the link. But let's go to it. I don't want to be on too long. I know got to do fantasy lineups also. I'm also watching Arsenal. You know, I watch my soccer team, Arsenal, playing Crystal Palace. Right now, Arsenal's been playing really well overall. They are in the top of the Premier League, and they're doing well in the Champions League as well. So, but that's soccer and a different type of football. We're going to go to the NFL football where they play for pay. And we're going to get to it real quick. I just want to shout out everybody that came through on Thursday and maybe saw the replay. I had an interview with Teofimo Lopez. You know, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. You know, I try to keep it as professional as possible because it's not really my platform. It's my man Rich's platform. And, you know, I thought it was okay overall. I wish I could have asked him some questions I really wanted to. Teofimo seemed, I don't know, he seemed to be really nice, very soft-spoken, which I was very shocked to hear. You know, I don't know if that was nerves or him, you know, backpedaling or whatever it was. But if you haven't checked that out, check that out. You know, I'm looking forward to getting him on with me so I can ask him some tough questions. And you know, when I mean by asking tough questions, I don't mean I'm going to go and attack him and try to start something and look for a viral moment. No, it's just I want to ask him the questions that people want to know the answers to. People want to know where his head's at, where his mind's at. Some of the comments he made, you know, want to hold him accountable with. It's not that I'm going to be aggressive with him. It's just that, you know, people want to know this. Not just me as a fan and as a boxing fan, but the people as well that used to support him and maybe now not support him, or maybe they may still support him and feel a type of way. So, you know, so shout out for Tio for actually showing up and doing the interview. And, you know, because we didn't think he was coming at the same time. And Arsenal just scored, as they with the goal, let's go. But, yeah, so if you haven't checked that out, check that out. I'll probably do some shorts out there, which is if I could find some good ones. Might be a little bit hard to find good ones that I like, but yeah, so that's about it. We'll be back this week. Not sure what we're doing this week. I've been pretty busy. I was supposed to get some interviews lined up with 2 former world champions. So I'm going to try to line that up for this week or next Sunday for Tales of the B-Side. But apologies for that as well, as we haven't done Tales of the B-side for like 3 weeks now. So, but let's get to it, and let's get Marky Dan off the screen here because, enough is enough. He did give me his picks as well, but we're going to go into my picks first, and then I'll give you a couple other people that send me their picks. As I do that, let me just text one of my boys, my boy Worm, see if he got his picks, and D Free. He's actually down for this one. So actually, let me send him a link. Okay, hold on one second. He sent me the link he asked me at 9:30. Let me see if he comes on. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. This is the first game we're going to talk about right here, Jets and Bengals. And if he could come on, that'll be good because, Worm is a Jets fan. So give me a second. StreamYard, it changed a little bit. Like, I don't know where all the it's down here. They changed. This is weird. Give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. A little unprepared. And I just sent him the link there. And let's see if he responds. Let's see. Okay. Beautiful. But this is my first game of the 3. Jets 0-7 at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's played a little bit better. Cincinnati got a big win last Thursday against the Pittsburgh Steelers, where they were the underdogs. They were at home. Joey Flacco is now the quarterback of the Bengals because Joe Burrow's hurt. Bengals made the trade with the Browns to trade for Flacco to kind of save their season as best they can in the hopes that Joe Burrow could come at the end of the season if the Bengals were to make the playoffs. Bengals offensively, we already know what it is. They're a great offensive team. You don't need much at quarterback to be great at offensively. Joe Flacco, 18-year veteran in the league. And hold on one second. He's saying, yeah, I want to say, yeah. 18-year veteran in the league. You know what he's going to do. But I just think 6.5 is too much for this Jets team. I know the Jets have been playing pretty bad ball. They just lost to Carolina last week at home. Fields got benched for Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor's hurt, so Fields will be starting today. But I just don't have no faith in this Bengals defense. I think the Bengals can still win this game, but I just think the Jets are going to put up points on the board. And I think the Jets are going to make some good defensive plays in this game against Flacco to maybe keep them in the game. And maybe they pull out a win. Maybe they get their first win in Cincinnati this week. Let's see. Let me bring up my man Worm.
Yep. Worm, what's going on?
Worm, what's going on? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's going on, bud? Good?
I'm going for my first of 3 picks, and I'm going with your team this week. I'm taking the Jets plus 6.5 versus the Bengals. What do you think about that? I think the Bengals defense is just still bad. And I think even though Fields has been horrible, I think the Jets will put up points. And I think they make some defensive plays against Flacco this game to keep them in the game. I don't know if they win outright, but I think they cover the spread. What do you think?
Yeah. I think the 6.5 is too high on Cincinnati. Like you said, the defense is terrible. Fields is due for one of those breakout Fields games that he does every 5 games. And the Jets have covered this year against decent teams. I mean, they covered against the Bucks, they covered against the Broncos this year. So it's not a formality that they're going to get blown out like every other week. So, but I like that pick. I like the Jets today, and I like a big day for Fields.
Okay, yeah, I like Fields to come up strong today. I mean, he needs to. He needs to play well. I mean, this is it for him. I mean, and as far as the game season as well for Fields, he's a first-round draft pick. I'm not sure where he was first or second with the Bears. This is it. This has got to be the game against a team that doesn't really play good defensively. The weather's not going to be that bad, so there's no excuse, Yeah. Let me bring up Marky Dan onto the panel. What's up, Marky Dan? I just put on the panel. I'm gonna put it one more time. Marky Dan was 3-0 last week, the only one.
Nice.
Only Dan. So Marky Dan, good morning to you. How's everything?
Yes, sir. Salute. 3-0, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? It's what we do over here. Yes, sir.
3-0 club.
I will say this: Marky Dan has had some bad weeks before this, but it's good to get back on the winning track. And if you're gonna go back on the winning track, it's good to go 3-0. And not only that, I mentioned it earlier. He went 3-0, and they were 3 easy wins. He didn't really have to sweat the games out. He had the Eagles. The Eagles were in a tough game, but they pretty much dominated the game. The Colts and he had the Bears. So he had
Birds,
3
birds.
easy wins as well.
Nice.
So, and oh, there go D Free. D Free, what's up, D Free?
Officer Frilio.
What's
D
going
Free,
on?
what's good, bro? He can't. I don't know if he can hear.
No, what's good? What's good? I can hear y'all. I had it on mute.
All right, all right. Let me put it like this better because I'm gonna put this stuff on the screen. Okay, yeah. What's up? Good morning to you. We're just starting the picks. We're gonna try to go real quick. D Free last week went 2-1. Overall, the STN network, the people that made the picks, everyone did well except for one guy who's been struggling, and he's usually pretty solid, and that's Socrates. Socrates has been very bad. He went 1-2 last week, but everybody else has been pretty good. D Free went 2-1. I went 2-1. Worm had a bad week. He technically went 1-2, but he had to give an extra pick because he picked the winner on the Monday night game, which was the Bengals. But he went 0-3 on the live last week. So Worm is looking to rebound as well. Dub Right Side 2-1. Even BVO at 2-1 as well. So pretty much everybody had good weeks last week. So let me get to it. Let me just put up my first pick. Like I said, I got the Jets plus 6.5 versus the Bengals. That's my pick. And since Worm came up second, Worm, what's your first play of the week?
So, as I always do, I always pick a night game. So I'm picking this Sunday night, picking the Steelers against his former team, the Green Bay Packers. I mean, again, we always talk about Tomlin. This is a Tomlin spot, home dog. After a loss, Tomlin is 24-13 against the spread. And Rodgers, he's going to come up for this game no matter what. On the app, I think I'm getting 3.5, right, on that?
3.5 for the Steelers, yes.
So I love the hook. This is going to be one of those Sunday night games, one a game with Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico saying, what a matchup. It's going to be one of those games, and I love the 3.5. A-Rod in this spot is money, no matter how old he is.
Okay, that's a good pick. I mean, I did pick that game as well, and I'll let you know who I'm picking when it gets to my turn again. Let's move over to Marky Dan. What's your first play of the week? You did send me your picks, but you could say, oh, he's not here. He just
dropped off.
He dropped off. He did give me his picks. I'll read them later if he doesn't jump back on and give me it. So we'll go to you, D Free.
My first pick, I'm gonna go with the New York Giants. The New York Giants +7. It's a divisional game. I know the Eagles are looking for revenge. I think the Eagles will win, but I don't think they're going to beat them by more than 7.
Okay. All right. Marky Dan, you're back. You gave me your picks, but if you want to go next and give me one of those picks, go ahead.
I got. Let me see here. I got the Bears plus 2.5. I used the FanDuel app. I don't know if that's what it says in a sleeper, but I got the Bears plus 2.5.
Okay, I think all right, that's fine. You read it out loud here. That's what we're going with because that's what the people are going to be looking at to see who's picking what, and they're taking a hot hand. So you got the Bears plus 2.5. All right, I have it. I write these down too. So if it's a little slightly off of the app, and you're announcing it here on the video, then that's what we go with as far as the people are concerned because the people are looking to make money off of the picks. So all right, Bears plus 2.5. All right, welcome to the panel, man. B3 Picks, who has not been making any of his picks because he's one of the busiest men I know in the world. So B3, what's good with you?
What's going on, TD? I had to jump on real fast because I did make picks last week. I went 3-0. I was like, I guess since you whipped my ass in fantasy that you forgot you forgot about my pick.
You did? I didn't.
Yeah.
When you did it on the app?
Yep. I started doing it in the app, but now I'm only 6-6, so now I'm in sixth place. So I got a lot of work to do.
All right, that's fine. My fault. All right, so shout out to you going 3-0 last week. I got to look at the app.
I
and look
went
at the picks.
3-0.
I just when I do the pick standings, whoever's on here, I write them down, and then I just do go with who went who. So the guys I read out is the ones that were on the panel last week and gave their picks. So.
Yeah, I'm just TD. Every week, I pretty much got the most points in fantasy, and then I get hawked down. I think free hawk me. You hawk me, bro. That was horrible.
Well, you guys were clowning my draft, so I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, shout out to Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix on that comeback. Yeah. But what's your first pick of the week?
The first pick of the week, I'm gonna be honest, I had locked in the Bears plus at +6. They the without Lamar Jackson, I'm going out on a limb here. You know they still got a lot of good skill pieces. Derrick Henry possibly could have a big game,
But
but
plus
I
six, it can't be. It's not that high.
right exactly. But now that Lamar, that was when they would projected Lamar to play.
Oh,
Now that
okay,
he's
okay,
not
okay. Yeah,
playing,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah.
so I took it early, and now I'm like I don't want to. I want the 6 points, so now I'm going to keep it locked in, even though Huntley is serviceable. But shout out to that Rome, is it Odunze?
I'm done. Say
Hmm.
yeah.
Odunze, yeah, he's a solid, good receiver, and Swift has been running the ball good this year, so I'm gonna take the Bears +6.
All right. Well, I'm gonna lock you in for the app because nobody's gonna be able to take that spread because it's gone. I'm
Yeah.
gonna lock you in for 2.5, the same as
Okay.
Marky Dan. All right.
Okay. All right. That's
I'll
good.
give Dub right side and Sox picks towards the end. I do have their picks. The BVO did not give me his picks yet. So I'll go back. I'm next. This next game, I think everybody on the panel went, right? All right. So the next game I have up that I like the Broncos today. This
Mm.
afternoon. That's the later game. I like the Broncos -3.5 over the Cowboys. This should be a good game. The Cowboys have been great offensively. I mean, with Schottenheimer, the OC, I think they've been great. A couple interesting things here. Javonte Williams goes back to Denver. He was let go by the Denver Broncos, and he's having a good year with the Cowboys. I believe he's second in rushing. He's got he's 592 yards rushing. I think that's behind Jonathan Taylor, who's leading the league in first in yards. He's got 6 touchdowns. He's going to a tough Denver defense, Denver team that just got a crazy, remarkable comeback win against the Giants. I mean, they had no business coming back and winning that game, and they came back, and the Giants just choked like the Knicks did against the Pacers last year. And this is going to be an interesting game. Like Dak has been playing great. I believe he's second in the league in yards. I believe he's second in touchdowns as well. Behind I don't know. I think Stafford is first in touchdowns. You guys can go check that. This is off the top of my head and from the research I did last night. But I think he's second in yards behind maybe Herbert might be second in yards, and they played the extra game.
Mm.
They just played this Thursday. But that's what I thought I saw. But nevertheless, Dak is playing great. I believe he's got 14 touchdowns and like 3 picks, something like that. So shout out to Dak Prescott. But I like the Denver defense today. I like them. They got an 8-game home winning streak. They haven't lost in 8 home games. I look for it to be 9. I think they beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys defense has been terrible. The Broncos led by Nick Bonito with 8 sacks. And my man Jonathan Cooper with 6 sacks, and they're not too shabby offense too. Bo Nix is not really broken out yet, except for that fourth quarter last week. Cortland Sutton is playing pretty solid, followed by Arande, what's his name, Gatson, right? So I like the Broncos here. I like the Broncos to win by 10. I like a nice 2-score win. It'll be competitive first half, but I like the Broncos to pull away and dominate defensively in the second half.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah. You sounded real confident. You sounded real confident, huh?
Huh?
You sounded real confident in that pick.
I do. I like the Broncos. I like the Broncos here. The Cowboys have been up and down. Win, lose. They've been up and down, especially defensively. Shout out to CeeDee Lamb. Whenever he's played a full game, he's had 100 yards as well. That's another nice, important stat. But Patrick Surtain might have him on lock. And shout out to Pickens and Ferguson. I believe they're second in the league in touchdown catches with 6. So offense is clicking on all cylinders, but they're playing a good defense in the Denver Broncos. Give me the Broncos at home. I just like it. I like this pick. I like this pick a lot. I don't have no faith in the Dallas Cowboys.
One more bag. Okay.
Good. You're on the clock.
You said I'm on the clock?
No, Worm.
Oh. So yeah, I was gonna pick Chicago, but since I'm not gonna get the 6.5, I'm gonna change it. Right? Okay. Is that correct?
Yes.
All
because
right, so
I don't think anybody's getting that today.
Okay, so I'm going to pivot to the Cowboys here. I know the Cowboys haven't won against Denver since 1973. I mean, but it's due today. I mean, it's going to be a revenge game for Javonte Williams. And then the thing with Surtain, CD goes in and out the slot, and so does Pickens. So it's not going to be Surtain on CD all day. So that's that. They can manipulate that game plan right there. And I like the boys. I mean, like I said, it's due. I mean, I believe in them. And then the Broncos been lucky. I mean, come on, their biggest win of the year is against Jay Browning, and then they should have lost last week, of course. But I just see the Cowboys winning it, and I see the Cowboys making a run for this division. And Schottenheimer is probably going to be in the lead for Coach of the Year in a couple of weeks. So I like the boys here.
Okay.
That's my pivot.
All right. Going against me here with the Cowboys. Nothing wrong with that. D Free, who do you like?
No problem. That's it. Yeah. So, I guess we all back to back on this Cowboys Bronco game because that was my next game as well, and I got to go with Worm. I like the Cowboys in this pick. You got Dak Prescott been playing great. Dak Prescott looking like he's having an MVP year. And we got to remember, he had 4 games where he was doing this without CeeDee Lamb. Now he
Mm-hmm.
got his number one target back. And it's just going to be, I just think it's going to be too much firepower for the Denver Broncos defense. Yes, Denver Broncos do have a great defense, but when you're dealing with multiple top receivers, it's kind of hard to stop both of them. You can stop one, but to stop both of them, it's going to be very hard. Like I said, Dallas was doing this without CeeDee Lamb, so now you add CeeDee Lamb into the mix, and he got his number one target back. I got the Cowboys winning this game, and so give me the Cowboys for this one.
Okay, you guys are making me feel a little bit nervous here. And I think you like the Cowboys. Both of you guys want the Cowboys to win straight up too, right? Is that what
Yeah.
I'm hearing?
Yeah,
Not only
yeah, I
the
like
wins,
the Cowboys straight up. I like the Cowboys
straight
straight
up.
up.
Okay. All right. I think Marky Dan, you're on next. Who do you like? Is he there, Marky Dan? Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna take the Bills minus 7.5 over the Panthers.
Bills minus 7.5 against the Panthers. Bills coming off that bye week this week. Panthers coming off with a road win against the Jets. They got Dalton is starting today at quarterback for the Panthers. Is that a reason why you're taking Buffalo? Is that a
No, I just don't believe in the Panthers. Whether it was Bryce Young there or not, I just think the Bills, they've lost 2 straight.
Yeah.
So I think
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna want to come back. Yeah, I think they're gonna want to come back against the Panthers, a team I still don't believe in. I still don't think they're that good, and just handle business. I could see
Yeah.
them. I don't. I could see it not even being a blowout, but they win by 10 or 13 or something like that. But they're gonna cover.
Yeah.
okay? And
A-
another
Allen,
another
Allen, Allen, 8-0 against the spread after a bye.
after the bye. Wow, that's a great stat.
See, I
Great
didn't even know
stat to
that.
know. So
Wow.
that's a good stat for Marky Dan who's taking Buffalo. I like it. The Carolina's running the ball well. That guy, what is it, Doodle or Doobie or whatever? He's like I think he's third.
Rico
Dowdle.
Dowdle.
Rico Dotto.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like
but
third or fourth in rushing.
Chuba came back, so they're splitting carries
The
now. So
splitting
it's
carries. Okay.
it's committee again because they paid Chuba that much money last year, so they're going to use him.
Okay.
You want to use that blender in the kitchen sometimes.
Yeah. Hey, and sometimes that works best.
Mm-hmm.
So B3, you're up.
Yeah, I'm also on the Cowboys this week.
Wow.
Yeah, all they just
Can I
the
switch my pick?
offensive. I know, right? It was too heavy on the Cowboys. Um, I was looking at the sleeper to see where I could make if I could make any adjustments too, Worm. But I mean, just offensively, they just I just feel like they have the best offense in the league right now. And then, like y'all saying, Javonte Williams going back to Denver, he probably gonna want to go for 100 and at least a touchdown. So it's gonna be a good game, but I think the Cowboys will pull it out.
Pull it out and win outright, you think?
More than likely, yeah. I'll take them to win it out. I'm taking the plus
Wow.
3, of course, but
Yeah. 3.5. Okay.
yeah, but yep.
I'm gonna put something up now. Everybody's got to do their third and final pick. But before I do that, let me put Socrates picks up too, because this is another thing that got me worried too. So I got 3 guys going against me on the Cowboys, right? And Denver, because I took Denver. And Sock, who has been struggling, he also look at his picks here. He also took the Broncos. So that's another reason why
shit.
I'm nervous with my
I'll stay with the
Broncos
Cowboys.
pick. Sock,
I'm all in
Sock
on the
last week.
Cowboys.
He likes the Falcons minus 7.5. He likes the
Uh,
Broncos minus three
let
and a
me
half and the
let me write this
Chiefs.
down.
Write this down, guys. So if you guys are taking anything that Sock takes, you may want to stay away or go against them. He took the and I'm going to stick with my Broncos pick because I just gave you a whole bunch of stats and I sounded real confident as as D Free said. I'm gonna stick with it, but I'm a little nervous now because three guys on this panel are taking the Cowboys, and then Sock, who's been struggling, is taking the Broncos. And I know he's listening right now. He's probably cursing me out. Let me just check my WhatsApp.
And you know what? And you know what? Sock probably picked that. He probably picked that because he said, "Okay, I know all of them gonna go for the Cowboys, so let me try to make up some ground and pick against the Cowboys."
Well, I'm the leader right now. I believe I'm in first place in the pool by one game.
Yeah, you first. Yeah,
And
you up by one.
so
I'm behind by 3.
I guess Sock is trying to jinx me as well. So I don't know. But that's Sock's picks. So I'll leave it on the board for a minute as I go to my third pick. And my third pick is also against somebody very knowledgeable. I like the Packers minus 3.5 at Pittsburgh. I like the Packers on the road here. I just don't believe in the Steelers at all. I don't think they're a good team. I think that they're not as good as defensively as people think. And offensively, they put up stats, but mostly, coming from behind. I like this Packers team. Now, this Packers team is not really clicked yet, as people think they should click. They have not clicked. I think they click a little bit tonight. I think Watson may play tonight too. He comes back off injury. I think Watson is back. I like the Packers minus 3.5 here. I know the hook is a little worrisome. Sunday night games usually pretty competitive. Pittsburgh usually plays good at home. But we also seen the Steelers lose at home, too. I seen my Seattle Seahawks bust their ass in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? And you know how much I hate the Steelers also. So I love the Packers here. I got the Packers minus 3.5. That's my third and final pick. Packers minus 3.5 at Pittsburgh tonight. Worm,
Yep.
you're on the
Yeah.
block.
So I got the Saints. I got the Saints versus Bucks. I just still trust the Bucks. I mean, they're depleted on offense. So the Saints actually have more weapons than them in this game. Divisional game. Bowles, after a road loss and goes back on the road, is 3-17 straight up. He's not good in these spots since he was up with the Jets. That's just his MO. I even like the Saints to win outright.
Wow.
I would even take
what's the spread here?
The spread. I see 6.5 here.
6.5. Okay. Yeah.
So I like the Saints. Like I said, they even got more weapons. They're playing with more weapons than the Tampa Bay. And Baker did not look good last week without his weapons. He was just slinging stuff in the air, hoping it came down, and it just didn't work. So I like the Saints as my third pick.
Yeah, the Bucks are banged up offensively. They just lost Evans. Ibuka, their big time rookie receiver, has been banged up, but he's going to play. Godwin, I believe, is not playing today.
Irving, Bucky
Irvin is down. But they got White is serviceable. But yeah, that's interesting. I think that's a tough game. I mean, 6.5 points is a lot of points. To get when you're at home too. It's with the Saints team that do have talent. That's not a bad pick. That was a game I just wanted to stay away from. But
yeah,
shout out to you with taking the Saints plus 6.5. It's a good pick. It's a good pick. Okay. D Free.
Yeah. My last and final pick is my lock for the week.
The lock.
I got the San Francisco 49ers plus 1.5.
Ooh,
I have
the
no
bums.
faith in Houston. I have no faith in Houston at all. And San Francisco is starting to get a little healthy. They got Kittle's back. They got Brock Purdy still not playing, but Matt Jones been playing. He's been playing fairly okay. As a starting quarterback. I know they lost Warren, their starting middle linebacker, but I still believe in the 49ers defense. And with that offensive line that the Houston Texans got, it's just atrocious. I mean, I don't have no faith in Houston's offense or their defense because their defense is going to be on the field so long because the offense can't sustain no drive. So I like the 49ers plus 1.5. I think 49ers will win this outright.
D Free, that's a great pick. That would have been one of my picks. Because Obviously, I got to see them last week because I'm a Seahawks fan. But I hate the 49ers, and that's why I got to put Shelton on the board on the panel on the board here. Bang bang Niner gang, because Shelton is a big time 49er fan. But I hate the 49ers, and I won't take them for the life of me. I'll go against them, but I won't take them. So, but I love that pick. I think that's a great pick. I think Houston's a very bad team. I think they're terrible. I think Seattle should have blown them out. They dominated the game, but they made stupid turnovers, trick plays with Kupp throwing an interception. And really, the play calling was a little bit shaky too. And Seattle just looked far better than them. And they were at home. And I just saw a Houston team. They just don't look good. Stroud doesn't look good. There's nothing about that team that looks good right now. So I think that's a great pick. But, I can't stand the 49ers. So I hope your pick loses, and I hope the Texans win, but I just don't see it happening. Look at this. Mr. Shelton, a 49er fan, of course. He does let me know when the Niners win, of course, because he texts me, bang, bang, Niner gang, or, called the Sea Chickens if they lose. I can't stand the 49ers.
Sea Chickens.
I can't say it enough. But that's a great pick. No, nonetheless, that is a great pick. Like I said, I would have took that as well. Marky Dan, your third and final pick.
I got the Bucks minus 3.5 over the Saints.
Well, it's 6.5. Okay. You got the Tampa Bay Bucks. He's going against the Worm. Any reason for that?
On second thought, if it's minus 6.5, I'll take the 49ers. They're plus 2.5, right?
I think it's 1.5.
1.5.
1.5. Yeah, 1.5.
I'll take the Niners instead. Then I'll take the Niners for minus 1.5.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Listen, I bust balls with the 49ers. I can't stand them, but a good pick is a good pick.
I think that spread it's kind of tricky. I saw a stat early in the week. I forgot to write it down. Shanahan coming after a home win is like about 15 games on the 500 against the spread. I think that spread is just for that. And it's a trick spread to get people into the Niners in this game. I think this is a tricky spot.
But the thing is, the Niners are plus 1.5.
True. But in a way, it's almost like yeah. You're right. But it's also like it's kind of like a pick'em almost.
Yeah, it's like a pick'em. That's why I said I take the 49ers. I take the 49 because I don't trust Houston at all. I don't trust them.
I just stood away from that for that reason. I just thought it was just a little trappy.
Hey, to be nice. I hope both of you guys hit your bets. I hope both of you guys win 1.5, but I hope the Niners lose by 1 point. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. How about that? It's a win-win. So the Niners lose, but they cover the spread. How about that? See, I'm a nice guy. I just be nice that the Niners lose. That's it.
Perfect world.
Cheese eating bastard.
Perfect world. Right? Don't ever say I'm not a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Beat 3 picks. I ain't shit. I never was shit. Never will be shit. I ain't. B3, you up for your third and final pick.
All right, so I'm with I'm definitely on San Fran this week. I just like San Fran overall. I don't like the fact they lost Fred Warner, the best middle linebacker in the league, a couple weeks back, but I just feel like they're a more consistent team, and McCaffrey, he's looking in peak form right now. So with McCaffrey healthy, I'm on San Fran this week.
Okay, hey, listen, it's a good pick. What I do like about this is that multiple people on this panel has picked the same teams. So if you guys lose, I get to go up in the standings even more. So that's pretty cool. But it's a good pick overall. Let me go to Dub Rightside's picks real quick, because Dub did give me his picks. He was not able to make it on the panel today. Here's Dub's picks. Dub also picked the 49 bums plus 1.5, as you see there. So we got like 4 people in the STN that's taking the Niners.
I'm about to switch to the Texans. Nah.
4 people taking the Niners.
Nah.
He also took the Chiefs and Falcons like Sock did as well. So if Dub is on and able to see what Sock picked, he might be a little bit nervous.
There's a lot of going on this week, bro. There's a lot of shit going on, man. I got to pivot left and right this week.
Hey, Washington got Terry back. Washington got Terry and Debo back. They might lose that one.
CMC, the baddest white boy in the game. I don't know about that. I think the receiver from the Chargers is the baddest white boy in the game.
Nah, CMC. It belonged to CMC. It
Yeah.
belonged to CMC. Within
Come on,
two,
man.
in the next 2 games, CMC is gonna break 1,000 yards from scrimmage this year, and I
Or
don't
break
even
a
think
leg.
he's had a. Yeah, I don't think. Wow, damn, that's crazy, brother.
Yeah,
Either
that's what I
either
put.
or.
You
I
don't
hope
see what
not.
whenever I put the Niners, I always name the 49 bums when I do the spreads.
The
But
49 bumps.
the 49 bums, screw them. Hold on, why is this acting up? But yeah, so Dub, if you're watching and you saw Socrates picks, you may want to change these picks, but I think Dub is a little bit busy. So but CMC, yeah, CMC is good, but there'll be no props given to the 49ers on this show. Not at all, at least not by me. So I
Man,
like the
that
kid.
man
I like the
Tommy
kid
just
from
happy them
the
Seahawks
Chargers better.
bums are 5-2.
Huh?
I say you just happy that those Seahawk bums are 5-2.
Hey, don't hate on the Seahawks because we own the Eagles. Don't get upset. Y'all haven't beat us since in
Wow.
like
Man,
13, 14 years.
a bird hunts a Seahawk.
Yeah.
Get that
But
shit
when's the
straight,
last time
Tommy.
y'all beat Seattle? We own y'all. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Man, all these nuts.
Marky Dan, man, you wild crazy sometimes with these comments, man. But I'm gonna let it slide today. I'm gonna let it slide. Any final thoughts, guys, on this Sunday before we sign off?
Nah, I just
Go
need to go 3
birds.
and 0 so I
Go
can stick
birds.
around. I need to go 3 and 0. I need you to lose 2 games so I can be 1 game behind.
Well, it looks like based on what everybody's saying here, it looks like I'm gonna lose at least 2 because I think everybody went against me like on 2 of my picks.
I'm gonna
So,
destroy you, Chop Cheese, Tommy. Your
oh God.
team in fantasy is a bunch of bums. You're getting
Listen, I'm one of the hottest teams in the
smoked
league. I'm like
today.
4-3 now. I had a bad start and I came back. I'm like 4-3. Don't
You're
sleep on
gonna
my
be
team,
four and
man.
four after today. Bums.
I've always been a hater, Mr. Shelton. I told you that. Shout out to my Seahawks. We're 5-2. We're at the bye week, so I have no interest in really of the games today. I'm interested in the Giants-Eagles game. Giants just had that big letdown last week, but they beat the Eagles a few weeks ago. Now playing the Eagles again in Philly. Interested to see. Philly does like to play to the competition, so I'm interested to
Yeah.
see how that game plays out.
It's a big game by Barkley today for sure. It's this breakout
What
game
time? What
of
time
the
is?
year.
What time is the Giants Eagles game?
There's one.
Should be
1
early. Yeah,
o'clock.
it should be 1:00.
1:00.
Yeah, I might not be able to call that game because I think they probably gonna have the Baltimore and Chicago game on.
Yeah, that's at 1:00. Yeah. Let me see. Any other interesting games this week?
I might be able to if they play on Fox, I might be able to call it because I think Baltimore gonna play on CBS.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I might be able to call it if they play on Fox because I think that's more of an interesting game than the Chicago Baltimore game because they ain't got Lamar. So I don't think Baltimore is gonna win that game without Lamar.
It's tough because the Bears. You never know with the Bears. The Bears, they're not a consistent team. So that's an interesting, tough game. I mean, I don't really care about this game. To watch the 1:00 games are kind of like meh to me. I think the Giants Eagles is probably the game to watch at 1:00 in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then at 4:00,
I'm hoping that they put that on Fox.
Yeah, I think the 4:00 games. I think it's Cowboys Broncos is the game to watch. So yeah, today's kind of like a dud Sunday as far as the matchups are concerned, in my opinion. But nevertheless, I know people are going to be watching. People are going to be taking their bets. You know what I'm saying? But those are the 2 games that I'm probably interested in watching this week. So, but with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody coming up, making their picks with the good analysis. My man Worm always got the stats down pat against the spreads and stuff like that. I think this is why we definitely want you every week. I got to make sure you're on. We look
Thank
forward.
you.
We
Appreciate
look to be back on. Do you guys rather do a Sunday morning or Friday nights?
I like Friday night. It's a little,
Yeah, I think Friday
Yeah,
nights are better.
Friday nights.
it's
Yeah,
more.
all right.
It's a
Well,
little
my
lit. It
bad.
gets a little lit.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
right.
Friday night is good because it ain't really nothing going on Friday night. Sunday morning, we be trying to rush and get these
Yeah,
picks in before the games. So we don't have the time to really elaborate on the game because we're trying to hurry up get the picks in. So I
yeah,
kind of like Friday nights a little bit better.
Okay.
yep,
So when we do our boxing talk, we'll do the football picks, and I'll do what I did last week. I'll cut that video out and make the football picks his own picks, and I'll post it the next day so people can
cool.
just look at our picks. But all right,
Hey,
we'll try to look back to do Friday nights, and then also there's a good chance the sock might be a little sauced up like he was last week. So.
yeah, you know how them Dominicans are drinking that mama wine. Um, but salute to Chop Cheese Tommy, man. Salute, salute. I might be going live later around 4 for the Formula One Mexico Grand Prix. So if
Okay.
anybody interested, go ahead, pull up. I'm gonna create the link just in a little bit.
All right, bet,
Yeah, I'm
man.
about to go home. I'm about to go home, set up the live for the football game. Hopefully, I can call the Eagles and the Giants game because that's the one that I prefer to call. So hopefully, that's
Okay.
the game I can call, and I'll set that live up so I'll be calling that game. But we'll have the intake on all the games. But I'm gonna call at least one of the games from Sunday. So hopefully, it's the Eagles and Giants.
Okay,
Sports
bet.
Talk
I'll
Network.
tune in for the call. I'll have it playing on both machines here. I always do. I'll be on the radio at 2:30 today. We're looking to try to get the radio on the YouTube channel. If we can't do it this week, we're gonna try next week. So we're gonna try to have the radio show Ring Talk
Okay.
Worldwide with Pedro Fernandez. We're looking to try to put it on the YouTube channel. We're gonna try it out today. If it doesn't work this week, we'll do it next week. But that's at 2:00 around 2:05 Eastern time, 11:05
Okay.
West Coast time because it's aired out in San Francisco. So we're looking to try to do that. But other than that, look forward to seeing you guys later on this week. See what we got going on. Check out my man D Free later on doing the call, and my man Marky Dan as well. And my man B3 will be on again tomorrow afternoon, talking that good boxing talk. So salute to everybody. Shout out to Sports Talk Network. We'll see you guys most likely next Friday.
Yeah.
All
All right, guys.
right,
Good luck today.
deuces.
Bye.
Salute.
Good
Yeah,
luck
peace to
to
the
everyone.
Chop Cheese guy.